Tracey here with Lindy's gang. I'm excited because in 2026, Lindys is 30. 30 years old. Can you believe it? I'm still wrapping that number around my head. In any case, I'm going to try and do better this year. I know. I try and get on this dumb video thing. This wonderful video thing. And then I fail. It's not my favorite, but I'm here. So I'm going to start doing Tuesdays with Tracey. We're going to go through some techniques. We're going to go through maybe some product ideas. We're going to try some stuff together and it could be a failure. So join me on Tuesdays, most of them, because I'm not the best at being the most organized. Our first Tuesday with Tracey is probably going to look a little different than the others because I want to give you the story of Lindys. I know you've heard it before, but I have some show and tell. I have things to show you, not just me blabbing. So my parents were both teachers for military dependents overseas and retired in 1994 to Washington State. They were both from Washington, but it doesn't matter. My whole life growing up, Mom's arts and crafts were crazy. She did all kinds of different crafts. She sold apple dolls for a while. She would make cross-stitch stuff. You name the craft, we've done it. Stained glass, basket making, you name it, really. But when they came back to the States and retired, she had been cartooning a lot, and that was kind of her biggest thing. So what I have here on my little table is just a tiny amount of the journals that Mom had and made and drew in over my whole lifetime that I can remember. So they're kind of a cool treasure keepsake for me, but they're also a neat way for everybody to kind of see what she was doing. Sometimes she would just write in there. Other times she would have cartoons. We'd be traveling and she would see stuff here. She's even taken things out of books in some of these, and then she would start drawing around on them. This one's really, really old. So that's what kind of started it all. She absolutely loved cartooning. And when they came back, she really got into card making. And there was a company in a town in Washington that was creating rubber stamps. And the gal approached Mom and said, I think your cartoons would be fabulous. Long story short, Mom and Dad decided they were going to launch a company and do it themselves because Mom had so many cartoon ideas in her mind. So they formed Lindy Stampkin in 1996 and started making rubber stamps with all of her cartoons. And she started them off as wood-mounted stamps, which I have a very small amount that we are going to raffle, giveaway, prize, you name it this year. If you're interested, you're going to get an original Lindy's rubber stamp on wood. If you're not interested, it's okay. But I wanted to tell you, so they started doing trade shows, and this one of my favorite, Mom made this scrapbook page, one of her starting attempts at scrapbooking back in the day. In 1998, this was them in Reno at one of the trade shows, the retail shows they were doing at the time. And so that's Mom, Lindy, and Dad, Wolfgang. You'll notice the gang thing in his name. Yep, that's why we're Lindy's gang, because Wolfgang is Dad, Lindy's Mom, mushed it together. We were doing stamps at the time. So voila, we've got Lindy's Stamp Gang. So here's the small sampling of wood stamps that we have in stock. Well, we don't have in stock. This is just what we have. There's so few that we won't be selling them, but we will definitely be gifting them and having them as prizes for people who are interested. So during the 90s, Mom and Dad, Lindy and Wolf, traveled all over the country doing different card making and scrapbooking craft shows all over the country. And very quickly, it may have even been one show in, Mom decided she had to have more than just stamps. And her first thought was, if you have a rubber stamp, don't you need an embossing powder to get it on your paper? So she started playing around with different embossing powder colors, kind of made hers unique and mixing different micas in there and kind of coming up with funky color combinations. And they started selling really well. And once we had embossing powder, she kind of started going nutty. So she started with these mica trays that she called Moon Glow. And if you had seen us back in the day at these trade shows, you would have seen the red barn that I showed you the picture of that said Lindy Stamp Gang. And then these new colors she marketed with this logo called Moon Glow. That's where the moon came from, if you were wondering. So she started selling these palettes of mica colors, and you can see these are mine that I dug up from an old ancient drawer, so please don't mind how dirty they are. And I am not a tidy crafter, so we'll just preface with that. But they were just mica powders in here that you could paint with and do your card making with. And she sold them in this 13 pack, or, ooh, that one's a mess. She also sold them in these 6 packs and just started making more and more palettes, as you can imagine. And she decided somewhere in all of that creativity that she needed to have a spray. So her first spray she developed was just taking the micas that she was selling to paint with and putting them in a spray bottle. And she decided that she would call them Glit Spritz. And you can see here, this is a standard for all of our sprays. At the bottom here, the label, it tells you what it is. So this guy says Glit Spritz. He's just mica. We do have a fixative in there, but we do recommend that you do an extra little of some fixative in case you're going to be touching your project quite a bit. So those are the Glit Spritz. Those were the first sprays. And then soon after came this kind of experiment that she happened upon, which I think is the beautiful thing about crafting and art and all of that, is these amazing little mistakes or adventures, whatever you want to call them. It was a beautiful mistake in that she took walnut ink, added some of the mica, and came up with this really cool spray that she then called Moon Shadow Mist. Here it is. Again, the moon. She brought the moon in again. Anyway, they are all walnut ink based. They have a little bit of walnut ink or a lot of walnut ink, so they all have a brown tone. Some people don't realize that they all do have a brown base, either a light brown or a dark brown, and then they've got micas in there, hard to photograph in case you were wondering, so that you could get the mica and the brown, but in any case, that's my problem. But these moon shadows then became her kind of go-to, and I do have to say also, Mom's favorite colors were autumn colors. So brown and orange were some of her favorites. Thus, the moon shadow kind of fit into all of that. So moon shadow comes along, and then she very quickly kind of started developing this idea of taking some dyes and the micas and a fixative and created what we now call Starburst sprays. So these guys are what really, really took us into a whole nother level of bringing color products to everybody. So at that time, she had, I think she started with 5 sets of 5. We still sell most of those because her color combinations were perfection. So in the early 2000s, Mom decided, because she would always, in all of her orders, or even when she was at retail shows, she wanted to share all her techniques. She was super good about that, and her happy mistakes and all. And she would either put in a card, these are original Lindys, and on the back, you can see here, maybe, I don't know if you can see on camera, but she's written the technique on how to do it. These would be in the mail with your order, and I still have, and she loved this Mom's technique, her little floofies she loved. So I still have some of these from Mom that all have her little, she finally got smart and started printing them on labels. But we're going to recreate some of these guys over the Tuesdays with Tracey. And what she finally did is, because she had all these fun techniques that she would demo at the shows or she would put in your order, she just felt there needed to be another way to get it out there. So she created a book. And if anybody has created a book, you know how long and tedious all that is. But in 2005, she published her Making Magic with Moon Glow book that is just full of samples along with the how-tos on how to do it. from every one of our different products that we had back at that time. And this book, it's no longer available because I'm out of copies, but we're gonna do these techniques on Tuesdays with Tracey. Yay! So come back. Most Tuesdays, don't count on it being every single Tuesday because I'm not the best, but most Tuesdays, I am going to share a Lindy technique or one of our designer techniques or something about our products, or I don't know, my silly dog that's here in my office. We'll see. But we're going to do something creative and something fun. So come back with me, Tracey, on Tuesdays with Tracey.